Mad Jack's Reckoning. Setting: it's 1864, 1 year after the daring heist from the Band of Five. The western frontier still brims with chaos, and the Civil War rages on. Bounty hunters scour the plains, hired guns track down fugitives, and the lawless hold sway in towns that refuse to pledge allegiance to either side. Mad Jack Colton, a sniper who walked away from the Union and stole Confederate gold with the infamous Band of Five, is a man hunted by the past, and now his time is running out. Scene 1. The Silent Plains. The wind whips across the open plains, the long grass rippling like the waves of an angry sea. Jack Colton crouches at the crest of a hill, his rifle balanced on his knee, his keen eyes scanning the horizon through a cracked scope. A herd of wild horses grazes in the distance, oblivious to the deadly game that now unfolds. Jack mutters under his breath, "Damn it!" It was only a matter of time. His hand tightens around the rifle as he spots a thin trail of dust rising in the distance. Riders, 3, maybe 4, closing in fast. The bounty hunters have finally caught his scent. He slips down the other side of the hill toward his horse. Time to move, boy. His horse snorts in response, and Jack swings up into the saddle, turning his gaze toward the mountains where an old friend waits. But before he can leave, he hears the familiar crack of a rifle. Scene 2. The hunt begins. A bullet zips past Jack's ear, embedding itself into the tree behind him. He ducks low, kicks his horse into a gallop, and weaves through the underbrush. The bounty hunters fan out, their leader a man Jack recognizes, Marshal Caleb Ward, a former Union captain with a score to settle. "Colton!" Caleb's voice echoes across the land. "You can't run forever. We know what you did. Come out and I'll make this quick." But Jack isn't about to surrender. He kicks his horse harder, racing toward the rocky hills. He knows every rise, every hidden trail from his days as a Union scout. He'll lead them straight into a trap, just like he did during the war. Scene 3. The past returns. As Jack rides, memories claw at him, flashes of the Band of Five's final heist. They had pulled off the impossible, stealing Confederate gold right out from under their noses, but they were fools to think they could just walk away. The gold had been tainted, cursed even. It drew every kind of scum and bounty hunter, all gunning for a piece of their fortune. Each member of the band went their separate ways, but not Jack. He hid, burying his share of the loot, hoping to escape the bloodshed that followed. But now, it's come back to haunt him. His mind snaps back to the present as another bullet kicks up dirt near his feet. The hunters are close. Too close. Scene 4. The Ambush. Reaching the base of the rocky hills, Jack slides off his horse, pulling his rifle from its holster. He ducks behind a boulder, steadying his breath as he surveys the terrain. The bounty hunters are closing in, their horses slowing as they enter the narrow pass. With practiced precision, Jack takes aim. The first shot rings out, dropping one of the riders. The second hits its mark just as fast, felling another. But Caleb Ward, experienced and ruthless, is ready. He dives from his horse and takes cover behind a fallen log, barking orders to his men. "I've got more men coming, Colton. There's no way out of this." Jack's lips curl into a grim smile. "We'll see about that." Scene 5. Facing the fire. For hours, they exchange fire across the narrow canyon, each shot whittling down Jack's cover. He picks off one more bounty hunter, but Caleb is relentless. A bullet grazes Jack's arm by help, and he knows he's running out of time. That's when he hears a familiar sound, the rumble of dynamite, carefully placed in the crevices of the rocks. Jack's heart races. Elias. The explosions rip through the canyon, sending debris flying and disorienting the hunters. Out of the smoke steps Elias Doc Carter, the mastermind from their old gang. "You didn't think I'd let you face them alone, did you?" Elias says, his usual calm demeanor unshaken by the violence around him. Jack nods, his face hard. "You always did have a flair for timing." Scene 6. Reunion in blood. As the dust settles, Jack and Elias stand back to back, firing at the remaining hunters. Caleb Ward, furious and battered, emerges from the wreckage. "You're a dead man, Colton," he yells, drawing his pistol and charging at Jack. The two men face off in a brutal close-quarters fight, exchanging blows that shake the earth. Jack's mind races. This is more than a bounty, it's personal. Ward wants revenge for something deeper. "Back during the war," Ward hisses through gritted teeth, "you left me to die." The memory floods back to Jack. Ward had been his commanding officer during a Union raid gone wrong. Jack had made the call to retreat, leaving Ward behind enemy lines. It was a mistake that haunted him, and now it's come full circle. Scene 7: Redemption or Ruin. With a final, desperate surge of strength, Jack overpowers Ward, knocking his gun loose and holding his own rifle to the marshal's chest. The moment stretches, heavy with history. "You could have saved me, Colton," Ward says, blood seeping through his shirt. Jack hesitates. No one gets saved in this war. For a long moment, neither man moves. Then, with a sigh, Jack lowers the rifle. "Go. You don't have to die today." Ward stumbles backward, stunned by Jack's mercy. He mounts his horse and rides off, disappearing into the horizon. Scene 8. The road ahead. As the sun dips below the mountains, Jack and Elias stand at the edge of the battlefield, watching the last of the smoke drift away. The bounty hunters are gone for now, but Jack knows they'll be back. They always come back. "What now?" Elias asks, already knowing the answer. Jack adjusts his rifle strap and looks toward the distant plains, where a new trail waits. There's always another fight. Together, they ride off into the fading light, knowing that Mad Jack's reckoning has only just begun.